We're very excited and honored to welcome some special guests tonight who have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and resources to protecting our students and staff. Every 3 days, a child dies from sudden cardiac arrest while playing sports, participating in gym class, or even just marching with the band. You may notice a lot of posters around the room. Those are some of these kids who have suffered those tragic circumstances. As tragic as these deaths are, the fact that most of them are preventable is equally disturbing. Through simple heart health screenings and the availability of automated external defibrillators, or AEDs, on campuses, many of these lives could have been saved. And the campaign to bring AEDs to AJUSD began at Desert Vista Elementary School in the fall of 2011. After learning one student at the school had a heart condition, Desert Vista's PTO, led by President Dina Kimball, coordinated a series of fundraisers with a local restaurant called Philly's Roadhouse to raise money for the purchase of an AED for the school. And the fundraiser succeeded, and with the help of the Cardiac Arrhythmia Institute in Mesa, Desert Vista did receive an AED, and as a bonus, enough money was raised to provide one for the Apache Junction High School as well. But anyone who knows Dina knows she would not be satisfied with just 2 of the schools having an AED installed. And it was soon after that she partnered with the Anthony Bates Foundation. Founded by Sharon Bates, who's with us today, and in memory of her son Anthony, who died of sudden cardiac arrest while a student athlete at Kansas State University, the foundation has coordinated free heart health screenings around the United States. AJUSD was proud to host a screening last October in the high school cafeteria. 131 individuals were screened that day, one of which was found to have a potentially serious but treatable condition that may have gone undetected for who knows how long, if not for that screening event. Money raised at that screening, and also at a future event next fall, along with assistance from the Arizona Regional Medical Center, has resulted in the purchase and donation of 8 additional AEDs for the schools of the Apache Junction Unified School District. At a total value of over $13,000, this is the largest one-time donation of AEDs by the Anthony Bates Foundation to any school district, and we're very proud and honored that we are that school district. So on behalf of the students, staff, and families of AJUSD, I'd like to thank the Anthony Bates Foundation, the Arizona Regional Medical Center, Dina Kimball, the Zoll Medical Corporation, and representatives from the Apache Junction Fire District and Phoenix Fire EMT, who will be assisting with the installation of the AEDs in our schools and also the training of our staff in its use. So thank you very much. Now I'd like to ask Sharon Bates to come up and say a few words and introduce some of our other special guests.
Hello, and thank you. Thank you for allowing the Anthony Bates Foundation a few minutes of your time, and for helping us educate you a little bit more about sudden cardiac arrest in youth. Anthony Bates Foundation has been hosting screenings for well over 12 years. Our program has screened over 7,000 youth, and we've found an amazing 910 with heart problems. Do the math like I do, that's well over 10%. Well, our screening is not enough. Did you know that 7,000 to 14,000 children die every year? Half of those deaths are caused by sudden cardiac arrest heart issues. And the faces on these posters, they look almost like the kids in your school district. Of course, Anthony was in college, but that's okay. Half of those deaths are heart issues, and we're here to make a difference. The images look very similar, and we're here to protect your students, staff, and visitors of the Apache Junction School District. And I'm really proud to say that our team of partners and our friends are helping to create a heart-safe community. The Zoll AEDs that we are presenting are very easy to use and a wonderful tool that will help you protect your students. We hope you never have to use these units. Just like a fire extinguisher, we hope we never have to use it. But in a case in Arizona, when Scottsdale School District deployed their AEDs, just 2 weeks after they deployed their AEDs, they had to use one on a 7-year-old. Of course, the good news is, of course I get so emotional, the good news is he was saved, and the school nurse is the one who saved him. So I know the school nurses here will be the ones that will be the first responders, and obviously the ones that will be trained and send out the warning sign. So So I'm really proud to walk this journey with you and all of our friends of the Anthony Bates Foundation. So let me introduce to you a few of our key players. And our first guest is Todd Mazon. He is a Phoenix Fire EMT and a Zoll Medical Sales Rep. And he will be giving you a little demo, a short demo, of the AED. Todd?
Hi everybody, my name is Todd Mazon. I'm a Phoenix firefighter paramedic. I've been with the City of Phoenix now for 8 years, been a medic for 4 years. I've been working with Zoll as their official manufacturer's rep here for the state of Arizona. And so what I do is, of course, go out and generate business. And throughout my years with Zoll, we've partnered up with Sharon, and she's done some excellent work here in the community and placing units in the schools and doing a heart screening. So once again, hands off to Sharon. And Dina, I have not met Dina Kimball, but I know she played a big role in getting these in here, and I want to thank the board and Apache Junction School District as well to get these placed, because you know it's one of those things. It's like, God, do we do it? Do we not do it? How much is it? How are we going to support it once we place them? So I think they got a really good program in hand to have that going along. And then Apache Junction is going to be doing, I believe, the CPR training. I don't know. So there we go. A little bit about the Zoll unit and kind of why everybody's kind of migrating toward this unit. You guys, great unit, by the way. ASU standardized on this unit. They have 261 Zoll units across ASU campuses. University of Arizona, for anybody Wildcat fans, they also have this unit standardized across all their campuses, about 70 of them. Some places locally you might see them is at Costco's. As you're walking towards the restrooms, you'll see them in the Costco hanging on the wall. So the Zoll unit, how it differs kind of from everybody else is we've got a little lid. So in the training you're going to see when you pull off the lid, you're just going to go ahead and slide it behind their back. It actually acts as an airway adjunct and helps facilitate an open airway, kind of gets the tongue out of the way as well. So that's one difference.
Do you have any volunteers who want to get their heart started? Oh, you brought flat Bob.
I brought flat mat, so.
Flat mat.
Flat mat, flat Bob, whatever you want to call it. So, as with any AED, really big thing is turning it on. So we go ahead, we turn it on real quick. Goes through a very little quick self-test.
Touch patient, analyzing.
Checking the heart rhythm. I've got it set to
Don't
shock.
touch patient, analyzing. Shock advised. Don't touch patient. Press flashing shock button. Shock delivered. Start CPR.
Go ahead and we're going to start our CPR. So what's really great about this unit here is the real-time CPR feedback, or the technology built in to the pad. So it's told me to start CPR twice. No other unit knows that I have not started this. So that's the technology built in.
CPR.
I don't think it's going to work here on this. So once we start our compressions,
Push harder.
I'm already tired. Push harder. So the technology, once again, it's built into the pads. It knows if you're doing your compression depth correctly, the minimum 2-inch compression depth. So we'll go ahead and we'll start doing our compressions again.
Good compression.
Once it knows I'm doing my compressions at the proper rate of 100 a minute and the 2-inch depth, it tells everybody we're doing good compressions. I'm getting tired again already. Well, eventually, once it catches up,
Push harder.
push harder, push harder. Start doing compressions again.
Good compression.
Good compressions. And then eventually it'll catch up with no movement and it'll tell me to continue CPR, which means start your CPR compressions again. So that's kind of this unit in a nutshell.
CPR.
As you can see, continue CPR. After everything's done, if you guys want to come and take a closer look, I'll be available and we can go over it in more detail because I know we've got a busy agenda. So
1. Shock device.
Thank you. Very good presentation.
And please welcome our next guest, our AJ Fire District representative and Heart Safe Community proponent, Chief Paul, and EMT John. As we stated earlier, the Apache Junction Fire District will be training our school and the staff on the use of an AED to prepare for an emergency when it happens. Please, come on up.
What a fantastic gift for our school district and for our community. I'll start off by saying that people refer to firefighters. I'm Paul Bourgeois, I'm the fire chief of the Apache Junction Fire District, and people often refer to firefighters as heroes. And we'd be the first people to tell you that it's misused when it refers to us. We certainly love what we do, but we know a real hero when we see one, and I think Ms. Bates and your foundation is heroic, and you absolutely. It's a fantastic addition to our school district, to our community, and we will be training the school district in CPR and what's called CCR. That's compression only CPR. So the structure, the design of CPR has changed over time. So coupled with AEDs, with bystanders trained in CPR, paramedics responding in the field, all contribute to what's called the chain of survival, and together we can save lives. And I just wonder how many people actually know how a defibrillator works. Many, I'm sure you do. I'll take one moment to do a really technical demonstration for you. When your heart is beating normally, electricity is moving through the heart muscle. And that heart is pumping blood. Electricity is moving through the heart muscle in a very rhythmic fashion, pumping blood throughout the body. We're happy and we're healthy. But then something happens. It could be an impact. It could be a cardiac problem that results in disorganization of that electricity. And the heart begins to quiver. This is the highly technical part of the demonstration. So the heart begins to quiver, what's called fibrillate. Now the heart is fibrillating. On the outside, because the electricity is disorganized, it's not moving blood through the body. And on the outside, the person appears dead, not breathing, with no pulse. Yet the heart sits inside the chest and quivers. When we have an automated external defibrillator, we apply it to the chest, and that electricity actually wipes out that disorganized electricity in the heart in hopes that the heart is still strong enough to provide a new organized rhythm. And that's actually how it works. So again, coupled with bystanders, teachers, students who know CPR and CCR, and the paramedics here in our fire district, we can together save lives. So thank you so much, Ms. Bates, for a fantastic contribution.
And our next guest is from the Arizona Regional Medical Center. The representative for the hospital is our hospital education director, Carrie Zakaris. Now, Carrie, she also trains for CPR and AED, but with the generous donation that the hospital provided, that helped us fulfill the large donations. And I'm really grateful for the hospital, and thank you very much, Carrie, and please come up and say a few words.
Good evening. I would just like to thank the foundation for allowing us to even be able to participate in this. Sudden cardiac death is something that we see often, and usually when we think about it, we typically think about it occurring in the older population. And with this donation to the schools, I think it is just a wonderful partnership to be able to provide this service, because it does happen in teams. We see it on the news all the time. Basketball players, football players, with no known history whatsoever, collapsing suddenly. And as a healthcare provider, I know that the best way to save someone is early defibrillation. As the the rhythm. We must all learn this in school, because this is the exact demonstration that I used to, is that the defibrillating heart, the best way to stop this is to shock this. And it's how we teach it there. It's a wonderful thing to have. And you are seeing them everywhere. To see them in the schools is just something amazing, to be able to have that and just save one child, or even a teacher, or someone else, or someone visiting at the school. It makes our job at the hospital a lot easier when fire rolls in with a wide awake patient that they just saved in the field, and that's always a good day for us at the hospital. So I'd like to thank you again, and it's such an honor to be able to participate with your foundation, and look forward to working with you. Thank you.
And last but not least, I would like to recognize our heart champion, Dina Kimball, standing in the doorway, for her hard work and determination to protect the students of Apache Junction School District. We will be working together again in the fall to prevent sudden cardiac arrest for another cardiac screening in Apache Junction, so I hope to see all of you there. And it's 12 and up, so if you're 12 years old, which you are, you can get your heart checked. That'd be great. And so the Anthony Bates Foundation is grateful to each of our partners, our volunteers, our friends, and our community, the community members at large that make these events successful. And today I would like to single out Dina to share our passion with her passion. Please come up here. Yes, I did. It's Valentine's Day. Here, roses are really easy.